What's up, traders? So today I'm going to show you how to properly buy a leaps option and when to do it and how to guarantee your highest probability of profit. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader and I bring in multiple six figures a year from the stock market. And I use the money that I make from the stock market in order to provide for my entire family. But with that being said, make sure that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. That will help me out tremendously and help push this video out to more people. And do remember that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. All trading comes with risk. I'm just showing you how I've built wealth over time. All right, so there's no secret that the stock market has been tanking very badly recently. We went from a high on, February 19th at $613 on the S&P 500 and dropped down all the way to, at the low, $481 just yesterday. And so I know a lot of people have been feeling pain and a lot of people probably feel like it's the end of the world. But just like all the times before, this pain will not last always. And every time before when we've touched a bear market, it has always been a buying opportunity. But don't believe my word, let me show you the data. All right, so this table was made by MFS, but it shows you the max drawdown of some of our largest bear markets and how quickly they've recovered. So if we go all the way back to the Great Depression, which happened between 1929 and 1932, we had a drawdown of 86% on the S&P 500. However, from the max drawdown, 1 year later, it was up 123%. 5 years later, it was up 265%. 10 years later, it was up 86%. And we can see that exact same type of pattern for every single recession. So from 1946 to 47, the market went down 29%. And then 1 year later, it was up 19%. Then from 73 to 74, down 48%. A year later, from the max drawdown, it was up 38%. And then this pattern keeps continuing. If we look at the dot-com bubble, it went down 49%. And then 1 year later, it was up 34%. And the two more recent bear markets that everybody remembers is the pandemic, which it went down 34% over the course of a little bit of a month. And then 1 year later, from the max drawdown, the market was up 75%. And then in 2022, when inflation was spiking and every single headline was about inflation, the market went down 25% throughout the year. And then 1 year later, from the max drawdown, it was up 22%. All right, but that's not all. Take a look at this. On this chart here, they took the worst 10 calendar year returns since 1972 and subsequent outcomes for a $100,000 investment. So on average, a $100,000 account 1 year later would be $117,000 and had a positive return 80% of the time. And then if we look at 3 years later, a $100,000 account had an average amount of $148,000 and had a positive return 89% of the time. So almost 9 times out of 10. And then 5 years later, it would be $185,000 and was positive 100% of the time. So yes, I know that it sucks right now, and our human psychology is wired to think that whatever has been happening recently will continue to happen. But this data here shows you that that is not true. So let me show you how to be prepared when this market flips and we start heading back upwards. Now, for the people who are new to options trading, let me first tell you what leaps are. But for the people who are already familiar, make sure you stay to the end because I will show you a better way to go about it. So the objective of a leap or a long call is to profit from the rise of a stock price. And long calls provide the buyer with the right, but not the obligation, to buy shares of the stock at the strike price by the expiration date. And one advantage of using a long call option is that it requires less capital compared to owning 100 shares of a stock. Additionally, the downside risk is limited to the cost of the options contract. All right, so that is the whole point of a leaps contract. You get to have the power of owning 100 shares of a specific stock. However, it typically costs you about 1/3 to 1/5 of the price that it would have costed you had you bought 100 shares of said company. So leaps essentially give you leverage because you get to use less money in order to potentially get multiplied results. And here's a quick example. So let's say we have ABC stock that is currently trading for around $50. And what we want to do is we want to buy a leaps contract. So what we can do is we can buy to open a $50 call. And for doing so, we'll pay $1,000. Now, had you have bought 100 shares of that company at $50, then you would be paying $5,000. So again, we're getting this leaps contract for about 1/5 of the price that we would have to pay if we just bought the shares. So in this case, and we can see from this chart here, our max loss is always the money that we paid for the contract. So the $1,000 is the max that we could lose in this situation. And of course, it is a bullish strategy, so you want the stock price to go up. And the more that it goes up, you essentially have unlimited profit potential. And that is the power of buying leaps or long calls. Now, the downside of buying contracts compared to just owning the shares is that options contracts always have an expiration date. Whereas with stocks, you can technically own them forever. But I will show you how to alleviate that pain point. Now, when I buy leaps, I typically like to take the guessing work out of it and just purchase them on the entire S&P 500 or the NASDAQ 100. And so today we'll be looking at ticker symbol SPY, which is just an ETF that follows the S&P 500. And here we can see all of the companies that this ETF includes and the percentage that they are of the holding. So we can see the large companies like Apple are 6.5%, Microsoft 6.2%, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Berkshire, Google, Broadcom, Tesla, JP Morgan, Eli Lilly, Visa, etc., etc. So the 500 largest companies in the US are within this ETF. And while it may be hard to determine whether an individual stock will ever recover, one thing you can always bet your money on is the stock market rising over long periods of time, because our economy will always continue to improve over long periods of time. So let's head on over to the chart and check out the few data points that I like to look at prior to entering into any trade. Now, here we are at the chart. Now, typically for most of my other trades, I'll use the daily candlesticks. However, for leaps, I like to switch it over to the weekly candlesticks. So let's go ahead and switch that over. Now, the first thing that I want to look at is the stochastic. And the stochastic is down here, but it just aims to show you in which direction momentum is taking the stock. So we can see during this large downturn, the stochastic was clearly pointing downwards, as there have been many more sellers than there have been buyers. And once it gets under the $20 value, it is considered oversold. And now for the last 2 days, we've been getting a little bit more buying pressure. So you can see it kind of looks like it's starting to point back upwards. But what I want to do is wait till it goes back up over this $20 mark. And that is my first data point that I look at. But I want to make sure to wait and get confirmation that it is actually going in an upward direction. So I will wait till it gets past 20. And yes, will I miss out on some potential gains because I didn't get it at the very bottom? I sure will. But I'll also miss out on some potential losses from hurrying up and jumping into a trade without getting confirmation from the data first. All right, and I will continue to hold on to the leaps contract until it either reverses or it goes all the way up to the overbought area and starts to turn back down below the value of 80. So that is the first data point. The second is the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands you can see are these black lines up here, but they just aim to show you the range that a stock is expected to trade within. And normally it's about 95% accurate. So you can see going all the way back to 2 years ago, it pretty much for the most part stays within the Bollinger Band. And the few times where it pops out, it typically pops right back in. It may pop out for a little bit, but it pops right back in. So you can see we've clearly popped out of the Bollinger Band on the downside. And that is perfect because I know soon we'll be heading back into the Bollinger Band. And you can see we're already trying to get there now. But I just prefer to see it at the bottom of the Bollinger Band as opposed to being at the top of the Bollinger Band when we want to enter into the trade. All right, but now we have those two data points. Now let's head over to Thinkorswim to look at our last data point. All right, so now we are in Thinkorswim and I have the options chain pulled up for SPY. Now the next thing we need to do is select our expiration date. And the best thing to do is to select the furthest out expiration date possible. And why is that? Is because you want it to be as close to owning the shares of the company as possible. And the furthest out expiration date that you select, the less you have to worry about the time value decaying in the options contract, which as an option buyer could be your worst enemy. But however, we can mitigate that by selecting a further out expiration date. But by definition, a leaps contract is any long call that is purchased for at least 365 days or further out. So whatever you do, if you are buying contracts of any duration, at least make sure that it is at least 90 days out in order to mitigate the risk of the time value decay. All right, but I like to go the furthest out. So it looks like as of right now, the furthest out date is December 17th of 2027. So we'll go ahead and select that. And then our calls are always over here on the left side. And the next thing we need to do is look at the delta. Now, when it comes to buying strategies, I like to select a delta of anywhere between 0.70 and 0.80. So that is a way in the money call. And you want to buy a call that is way in the money because it gives you the highest probability of profit. Now, you could come down here and buy a call way out of the money. However, oftentimes you're just buying a lottery ticket. Now, your chances are a little bit better than buying a lottery ticket, but by doing so, you are decreasing your probability of profit. So yes, it will cost more for us to buy calls up here than it will down there, but we're also getting a higher probability of profit. Sometimes when things are too good to be true, it's because they typically are. All right, but if we look at the 0.70 delta, that would put us at a strike of $465. And if we look at our two bid and ask prices, it is between $118.74 $123.72. Now the price you see there is always multiplied by 100 because this is the per share price, but we are getting the power of 100 shares. So if we are doing a buying strategy like leaps, then we will be paying 100 times the amount that we see. And if you're doing a selling strategy, then you would be receiving 100 times the amount that you see. All right, so in this case, we'll be paying anywhere between $11,800 to $12,300 for this leaps contract. Now that may sound like a lot, but if we compare it to SPY's current price, which is currently $523, that means we would be paying $52,300 for buying 100 shares of SPY. So again, we are still paying 1/5 of the price that it would have cost us if we just purchased the shares. So that sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and open up the ticket. So you can just click on the ask price and it loads it up for you. We are buying, and then for the sake of this video, we'll just keep it to one contract. And it has our expiration date and our strike already pulled up for us. So that's perfect. Now we can just select the mid price in between the bid and ask price, because that is the price that we will likely get filled on. So right about at the mid, I'll be paying $12,119 for opening up this trade. And that sounds good to me. And if we are ready, then we can go ahead and hit the review button and place the trade. But let's scroll down and take a look at the P&L for this. All right, so what I want you to do is pay attention to those two numbers at the top left. The top one will be the value of the contract today, and the bottom one will be the value of the contract on expiration date. So we can see here that SPY is currently right here where these green dots are, and this is a bullish trade. So we will make money as the stock price goes up. So you can see as I slowly move the stock price up, we end up making more and more money. And then theoretically, because the stock price could go up to infinity, we could just continue to make money as the stock price goes up and up and up over the years. Now that is on the bullish side. Now, if we look at the opposite side, let's say the stock price goes down. All right, so here we are at the green dot currently. And if the stock price goes down, then we will lose money, just like you would lose money if you had shares of a company and the stock price were to go down. But just like with shares of a company, how the most you can lose is the amount that you put in. That is the exact same thing for our leaps contract. The most we can lose is the amount that we put in. But that is assuming that the S&P 500 is below your strike price 3 years out from now. But we've seen from the data at the beginning of the video that a year, and especially 3 years after a drawdown, the S&P 500 was always higher. So this is what I like to call a super high probability trade. And then to add icing to the cake, there's ways to generate income off of the leaps contract that you own. But you can see that on this video here. But ladies and gentlemen, if you know anybody that is interested in learning how to generate income off of the money that they already have, then please tell them about the Trader Freedom community. The link is in the description below. Not only will they get my exact trades when I enter them, but they'll also get my full options course. They'll get full access to ask me questions at any given time. And lastly, they'll be within a community of other traders that all have the exact same goals as them. Again, link is in the description below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace!